one is B. Number 2. Answer on this one is A. Number 3. Answer on this one is A. Number 4. The answer on this one is D. Pick a number from 1 to 20. Winning numbers are 3, 5, 9, 14, and 18.
You said 3.
You said 3 and Mark 2.
Okay, it should be 2, 5, 9, 14, 18. All right, the homework check. Bring it up here and show me what you have.
Leave the highest.
Yep. Here are the homework answers. Number 1 is 3 square root of 2 over 2. 2 is 2 square root of 2. And 3 is 4 square root of 3. 4 is 2 square root of 6. 5 is 5 square root of 2 over 2. And 6 is 4 square root of 2. 7 is square root of 3 over 5. 8 is square root of 6 over 7. And 9 is 5 square root of 2 over 6. 10 is 4 square root of 10 over 15. 11 is 5 square root of 3 over 21. And 12 is 2 square root of 2 over 5. All right, the objective today is to simplify radical numbers. Test is tomorrow. The new people, you can take the test, but if you don't do well on it, then it won't count. Example number 1. On this problem, you're going to have to multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 5. So when you do that, you come up with 3 square root of 10 on the top and 4 times 5 on the bottom. Remember that this times this is square root of 10. And this times itself is just 5. Now simplify the bottom to get 20. And 3 over 20 cannot be reduced. And there is no perfect square other than one that goes into 10. Therefore, you can't do anything more to the problem. Example 2. On this one, you can use the shortcut. You can notice that the square root of 12 over square root of 20 can simplify as a fraction. Also, the 2 over 4 can simplify as well. So start with the 2 over 4 and make that 1 over 2. You don't have to write the 1 on top unless there's nothing else up there. 2 over 4 reduces to 1/2, but we just write the 2 on the bottom. Now for this, 4 will go into both of those, into 12 3 times and into 20 5 times. And if you do this simplification, then it's a lot easier in the long run. So multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 5 to get the square root of 15 on the top, and then 2 times 5 on the bottom. So your final answer should be square root of 15 over 10. You cannot reduce this. You cannot reduce a square root with an integer. On this problem, you can use the shortcut to simplify square root of 6 over square root of 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. It goes on the top. So there's your final answer. If you do this the long way and multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 3, you'll get 2 square root of 18 over what will eventually be 30. or not 30, it should be 15, my fault. 15. So if you break up the 18 as 9 and 2, then you'll end up with a 6 square root of 2 over 15, which will break down to 2 square root of 2 over 5 when you cancel these by 3's. On this one, you have to multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 3 to get 4 square root of 24 over 3 times 3. That will simplify down to 9 on the bottom, but you have to break up the 24 as 4 and 6. And that will be 4 times 2 square root of 6 over 9. And you'll end up with an 8 square root of 6 over 9. Time for the mid-class quiz, A, B, C, or D. The answer should be A. Number 2. The answer for this one should have been C. Number 3. The answer to this one should be B. Number 4. The answer on this one is C. Example 3. You have a square root on the bottom but nothing on the top except an integer. You still do the same rule though. You multiply the top and the bottom by the square root. And on the top you'll end up with 4 square root of 8 over 5 times 8. So that's 4 square root of 8 over 40. You have to break up the square root of 8 into 4 and 2. And that'll leave you with a 4 times 2 square root of 2 over 40. And the 4 and 2 become 8, which you can simplify with the 40 on the bottom. Divide 8 by itself to get 1, and by 40 to get 5. The same problem worked differently. On the bottom, simplify the square root of 8 to be 4 and 2. And that'll leave you with 5 times 2 square root of 2 on the bottom, which will be a 10 square root of 2. From that point, you multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 2 to get 4 square root of 2 over 10 times 2, which will be 4 square root of 2 over, that should have been just a 2, not a 20. There we go. So 4 over 20. And you can reduce here to get 1 over 5. It's still the same answer, square root of 2 over 5. Example number 4, what do I have to do on this? Yeah, multiply by square root of 2 over 2, and it's going to be 2 square root of 2 over what's eventually going to be left on the bottom? 14, right. And can I reduce? Square root of 2 over 7, because you can cancel out the 2 and the 14 to 1 over 7. Multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 6 to come up with 10 square root of 6 over 4 times 6, and that will give you a 24 on the bottom, which you can simplify with the 10 by cutting it in half to get 5 square root of 6 over 12. On this problem, you can reduce first, there and there, to get a 4 over 1 square root of 3. You don't write the 1. And then from there, multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3 to get 4 square root of 3 over 3. And that's it. Answer should be D. Number 2. Answer is C. Number 3. All right, the answer should have been answer should have been A on that one. Answer on that one should have been B.
Okay, I want my
I
homework
got
back.
50.
Mr. Skinner, I want my homework back. I want to do it.